video, I want to talk about why I said I prefer ducks compared to chickens. So, from an African perspective, from a South African perspective, you find that we actually have a lot of chickens on the market. So when it comes to poultry, chicken is the granddaddy of all the poultry that we have on the market, and I think it occupies. I just have to verify this, but yeah, it occupies quite a large number of tables and freezers in most supermarkets and houses. So when it comes to duck meat is, even duck eggs for that matter, it's still like a cuisine of sorts that most people still need to get used to. Most people still need to kind of get accustomed to the concept of eating duck meat, and it's kind of separate. So if you're looking at some of the cultures like Asian cultures, they tend to be quite a little bit more comfortable when it comes to eating duck meat. As well as using duck eggs for things like baking, which is kind of different when it comes to Africa. But there's a huge and a growing demand, for that matter, when it comes to duck meat, and even within our own African context, within our own South African context, and we find that most of it actually has to do with the catching on that's happening when it comes to duck meat and its benefits. So duck meat, first of all, it might be a little bit oily. It's more hardy, and it has a kind of a succulent taste when you compare it with chicken. So I've eaten that 4 or 5 times now. My own ducks that I've raised on the farm, and I've so far enjoyed them. And this is something that actually I invite everyone to try, and you actually find out that it's a very good source of proteins, a very good source of meat. And then, just from the back end side of the supply chain, eating some vegetables, eating some bugs, especially in the summer when you tend to have a lot of greenness within the fields, like what we're experiencing now. So they like that. They like foraging. They like eating greens. They like eating bugs and insects. And then also you can also use something like, so I've mentioned, there's a comment that actually responded to YouTube where I was saying that you can actually use pig meat as a source of protein. So the reason why I say that is because the protein that comes from pig meat is so beneficial to them. So from what I've seen, first information by the way, kind of getting from after all the processing has been done for things like chicken feed, pork feed, pig feed, cattle feed as well. So everything that has been left on the floors is then gathered. It's something that actually you don't find in most places, but we find it here. It's gathered and then it's put in 40 kg bags, 50 kg bags, and then for a 40 kg bag, you buy it for 150 rand, so which is quite good. So you use this and then you actually feed the ducks with that. The soy, which is the source of the protein within this feed, is a very good component. So I've actually raised my ducks, and it was kind of
later.
So, still on the subject of why ducks, why I prefer ducks. So, from the research that I've done, so actually, and also from raising them, ducks are a little bit more healthier compared to chickens, and they don't really suffer from a lot of illnesses that chickens tend to suffer from. So I'm talking from experience. I have seen how chickens can die from simple things, and ducks are a little bit more resilient. That's the hardy part that I was talking about. They tend to forage. So look at this one, for example. So these guys are actually I think less than a month old, but you can see they're picking up their own food, which contributes to them being a breed that tends to love foraging against pretty much on any landscape that you have on your plots or on your farm. They tend to just appreciate the landscape, the vegetation, the small insects that you have, and they tend to eat that more and more. So that's the mother. And then they're also quite resilient to cold weather. When you compare them to chickens, they are more heat tolerant, and they are also a little bit more quieter than chickens. When it comes to eggs, duck eggs, first of all, ducks tend to lay a little bit more eggs than chickens. So these guys, I think I was talking about the fact that they can lay quite close to 180 to 200 ducks. They can lay that much a year. And also the duck eggs are a little bit more nutritious when you compare them to chickens. They are larger, they are richer in flavor, and also they can be used for baking as well. So the other reason why I like ducks is that they are also good for your lawn, and they tend to get rid of your insects that are giving you problems. So you might have like a tomato garden or spinach garden. These guys are good for clearing of any worms or any pests that are harming your plants.